Hello viewers, what if I told you that Mumbai's next big mega infrastructure project worth rupees 14,000 crore of your taxpayer money might have been handed over to the highest bidder, not the best one? What if I told you that a world-renowned construction giant trusted with projects like Central Vista and Atal Setu was mysteriously disqualified without explanation? And what if the company that did get the deal just happened to be one of the biggest electoral bond donors to the ruling party? Welcome to the latest episode of Honest Take with me Tejas, where we don't just report stories, we unmask them. Today, we dive into a tale of roads, tunnels, and what smells suspiciously like a political highway to hell. Buckle up, because the Supreme Court is watching, and so should you. But before that, please do subscribe to our channel if you haven't already and press the bell icon to never miss an update. Two mega projects, rupees 14,000 crore at stake, and one very opaque tender process. First, the rupees 6,000 crore elevated road, 9.8 km of concrete glory across Vasai Creek, connecting Bhayandar to Ghodbandar. Second, the rupees 8,000 crore road tunnel, 5 km of underground wizardry from Gaimukh to Fountain Hotel Junction in Thane. On paper, these projects are meant to ease Mumbai's congestion and reduce travel time. But as we dig deeper, we find that what should have been a model of public planning is now a case study in public betrayal. L&T, Larsen & Toubro, India's engineering behemoth, the company behind Central Vista, Atal Setu, and countless global infrastructure marvels, was disqualified. Why? Well, nobody knows. No email, no explanation, not even a rejection letter. L&T submitted its technical and financial bids on time. But when financial bids were opened, L&T wasn't even in the room. They found out they were disqualified only during court hearings later. Imagine being kicked out of a rupees 14,000 crore party and not even being told why. Here is where the plot thickens. L&T's bid for the tunnel project, rupees 2,521 crore lower. For the elevated road, rupees 609 crore cheaper. Total savings to the public exchequer if L&T had won, rupees 3,100 crore. But instead, the contract went to Megha Engineering and Infrastructures Limited, MEIL, a company that coincidentally donated rupees 966 crore to political parties via electoral bonds. Guess who got most of that love? Hint. They are in power in Maharashtra. Quid pro quo or just coincidence? The Bombay High Court dismissed L&T's pleas, saying delays would hurt the public. But thankfully, the Supreme Court smelled something fishy. CJI B.R. Gavai did not mince words. He flat out said, "It is difficult to believe that L&T was non-responsive. This is a company trusted with the Central Vista project by central government." He questioned how MEIL got the deal despite higher bids. He warned that this involved thousands of crores of public money and said if MMRDA doesn't justify itself, he would stay the whole process. Translation: either come clean or we pull the brakes. Back in 2024, L&T asked MMRDA for essential geotechnical data to prepare its bids. The agency just shrugged. Then with barely 2 days to go, MMRDA changed the rules, suddenly asking bidders to collect their own data. L&T called this out. MMRDA gave a token extension, but the damage was already done. This wasn't just inefficiency, it reeks of deliberate sabotage. When you make the rules up mid-game, you are not hosting a fair match. You are scripting the winner. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, electoral bonds. MEIL donated nearly rupees 1,000 crore through these anonymous instruments, most of it to the BJP. Around the same time, MEIL landed project after project from BJP-led governments. Coincidence? Maybe. But when that same donor wins a project despite higher costs, while a cheaper, more qualified bidder is shown the door, you tell us what it looks like. We are not saying corruption, but we are also not saying clean. This isn't just about one tender. This is about how governments routinely misuse tender conditions to favor their people. They hide behind legalese, avoid explanations, and call it procedural compliance. They expect us to accept that a rupees 3,100 crore cost difference does not matter, that fairness is optional, that transparency is for textbooks, not for rupees 14,000 crore of taxpayer money. And bureaucrats, they defend the indefensible. They forget they are custodians, not kings. The Supreme Court has given MMRDA till May 29th. Either rethink this process or get ready to face the music. But here is what we must ask. Why was L&T disqualified in secret? Why did MMRDA choose the costlier bidder? And why does this keep happening in a democracy that claims to value transparency? This is not just about roads and tunnels, it's about trust. It's about whether our public institutions serve the people or just the people in power. Mumbai deserves better. India deserves better. This was your honest take, and if it made you angry, well, it should. Because rupees 14,000 crore isn't just a number. It's our future being auctioned off without our consent. If you want more honest takes on how power and money play behind closed doors, hit that subscribe button because we won't stop asking the uncomfortable questions. See you in the next episode. Until then, stay sharp, stay curious, and keep asking tough questions.